So we recently found ourselves brand new beekeepers. By chance, I'm very thankful for it, but I didn't know much about it. So today we decided to take you along on that journey. We're a few months in and we're going to talk a little bit about it, but I think it was time you found out what all the buzz was about. Let's go. Okay, so it's a really hot day. It's early July, and I thought it'd be a great time to take you guys in to take a look at the bees. We're in the new garden area. We're not, this is where we'll be moving the garden later. Haven't really talked about that yet. Hold on, I got smoke blowing up over the camera. But we'll be transitioning out to this garden a little bit later this year and hopefully next year. So this is where we have the bees. Now, it's been really hot. Everything's dry, really dry. So I have to be really careful with the inspection, especially since I have a lit smoker out here for the bees. But what we're going to do today is just show you a basic inspection. Guys, I don't know anything about bees from a practical standpoint. I've read a lot about bees. I've done all those things. But I thought we'd take you along on this journey. I think it'd be a lot of fun. And I could probably learn a lot from you guys too, because I know there's some really good beekeepers out there. So without further ado, let's go get our hands dirty. Or sticky, however it works with bees. Okay, so this is actually the second attempt at this video. It was about 106 last time we did this. The phones lasted about 2 minutes recording and then they died. So we're gonna try this again. So we got this is the apiary. It's in the new garden. We haven't really talked about that much, but we'll be talking about it in other videos soon. And we got these bees very end of April this year, 2022. We'll actually put a link up in the cards, but we have another video we'll put up of when we actually went and got the nuke and installed it and some other little inspections from there. And we haven't done a lot of videos on this at all, or actually none at all really yet, because filming is difficult. That's why I have an assistant camera person today, so it's gonna be great. Anyway, we got these bees back in late April, and the queen was very young. She's very small and frankly a little bit weak. They actually tried to supersede her a few times by making some emergency cells, which we took care of. They seemed to thrive okay and do all right after that. I'd fed them a lot of syrup, and then we had to go away for a week, and I was afraid. I didn't see much in here at all. I put this second box on top. When we got back, they had not filled anything. So we're doing a new inspection. So we're gonna kind of take you along on this and show you what we're doing. We're gonna inspect these bees today, see if they built out any comb on the upper boxes, and finish filling out the bottom. We'll also try to find the queen, and we'll just kind of go through some things. So let's go ahead and get this thing opened up. So I don't see any bees in the top at all. And what that tells me is I probably don't even have to look at these frames because they haven't built on it. Now I have a queen excluder in here, just because I'm new to beekeeping and I wanted to keep the queen out of here at save time and inspection, but I think we're gonna have to pull that out today. So let's just pull out a couple of these frames and see what they look like. We have a couple of bees, no actual comb being built. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna remove this box and we're going to actually take a look at what is going on in the bottom brood chamber. Queen excluder's stuck and I don't want it to stick. I wanna get the box off without it. Lots of propolis being stuck in there. Okay, so we've got a lot of bees on top, which is a good thing. Come on, guys. But they're not covering all the frames, which tells me there's probably not stuff built out like I wanted it to be in here. If you look down at the top of the frames, you can see the capped honey. Along this side, you can see it here as well, but there's no bees at the top of the frames. So right now it's the hottest part of the day, and most of the bees are out foraging, which is good. It's been really dry and hot, so this is kind of why I'm worried about them. So we're gonna check this real quick. We're gonna see if we can find the queen, and then we may, if I'm not seeing anything I like inside of here, we may go ahead and add some bee syrup. Nice and slow. Okay, so this frame has some capped honey on it. It's a really good example of capped honey right here. And actually, it looks like they've uncapped some honey. because this was capped before. I don't see the queen at all, and that's good. I wouldn't expect her to be here. So we're gonna just set this one off to the side right here for now, and we'll continue the inspection. All right, so now that we've got a little bit of room in here, we're gonna spread these out a little bit. The first frame is about a third comb on each side. This is quite heavy and full of lots of bees. So this is capped honey, and this is mostly capped honey. This is the second frame, and it's all capped honey. Everybody looks good. They're building out some more of the comb. I'm starting to wonder if maybe, because of how dry it is, there's not enough nectar to go around. So we may put some feed on these bees today. I know that's kind of controversial from what I've read. People don't want to feed their bees, but it's been really hard. It's been really hot. It's been really dry. I don't really want to lose them. This colony's kind of struggled a little bit from the beginning, and although I don't have a second colony to compare to, I feel like it's not doing like it should. So what we have here is we have a little bit more comb that's been capped. We have lots of nectar, but there are also, more importantly, more brood cells. If you look in the middle of these frames, in the bottom where there's no honey, right in there, you can see, if you look in real close, larvae inside the comb. I don't see the queen, which again, I wouldn't expect to see her here, but we do see some capped drone a little bit. I think we just had a bunch hatch out because this was capped last week. So this is where I should start expecting to see the queen. I think I usually see it about 4th or 5th frame, see her. So see her right over here on your left-hand side. She's got the yellow dot. She's moving towards the bottom. So she's walking around. We're gonna put her back, make sure she's safe. We're also looking for emergency cells or superseed cells, basically queen cells. I don't think we're gonna see any right now. I think they're doing okay. This frame's probably gonna be heavy. No, that's not too bad. This had a lot of brood on it last time. Yeah, so she's just hatched brood. As you can see, this was totally full before, and now it's quite empty. So they must have just hatched. Tiny bit of honey up there. I don't see a lot of nectar, so I'm really thinking we might want to do another inspection if we don't start seeing more larvae soon. But I don't see any emergency cells, the queen cells. This is all honey. I can tell by how it feels. Okay, so this is a ton of nectar. We got bees hanging off the bottom. This is all capped honey. It's very concentrated at the top, which is a little bit strange. It's very thick. For some reason, they're not building on the outside frame. So this is now starting to be brood. So I think that we definitely do. This was a queen cell here before, which you can see it here again now. It was a queen cell last week, and it did have jelly in it. So I'm just gonna break it apart to make sure that it's still not, they're still not trying to produce anything in there. Okay, it's not. It's got dried jelly in there. So that was the same one. They just built comb on it. So I think they're struggling a bit as far as finding the resources they need. And this is the last frame. This frame has been in here since day one, and they really have not built on it much. So we may do a little bit of what's called checkerboarding today. Okay, they're on this, but as you can see, they're not building much comb. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rearrange some things here. Now, I'm just starting to learn about this, and I like this technique because I don't want my apiary to get too big. So we're going to mix things up a bit. Yeah, we're gonna turn this around. I've got a feeder over here on this side, and I don't want to squish the bees. So what I've got to do, this kind of fits like a puzzle piece. So I don't want to squish them. So I will turn this one 90 degrees also, put it inside, and it'll match back up. There we go. We know where the queen is, but we definitely don't want to squish her, so try to move it slow. We should be good. This last frame here is being built out a little bit, so for now I'm going to leave it here. I could actually turn them. I think I'm just going to leave them. The challenge is not to scrape off the bees. Nice and easy. We don't want to rake off bees, but we seem to be anyway. It's getting a little full down here, but I think they'll be okay. We're gonna give them a little more smoke. And we're gonna add some bee juice. So this is a 1-to-1 sugar to water ratio. I just wanna give them what they need to build out more comb. Right now, I don't know, we got a little bit of rain, but I don't know how long it's gonna last, so this will give them some food. Okay, so that's half a gallon of syrup. And I hope that that's gonna give them enough to start building out that upper box. But I got one more thing to do. So I've had this queen excluder on there since I added the second box. I think what I'm gonna do is give her more room for brood, because what I'm worried about is they don't seem to be accepting the other boxes well. And I think it's because she doesn't have access. Like I said, she's kind of a weak queen. And so I wanna give her every opportunity to spread out where she wants to. I can always exclude her later, but for now, that's what we're gonna do. The whole goal here is I don't wanna have a huge swarm. I wanna maybe do one split, have 2 hives, and then keep it under control. So we're gonna leave this out. We're going to put the other box back on. Careful not to smash anybody. And we're good there. Now we'll go back in for the lid. Since there's no one up top, we don't have to worry about squishing anyone. Nice and quick and easy. And the final roof. Okay guys, pretty simple inspection today. Mainly what I wanted to do was to show everyone what we're doing. I'm definitely not an expert when it comes to bees. In fact, that was harder than it had to be. So I'd love to hear any suggestions, thoughts, ideas that you have here. We're very new to this. We've had some really strange weather, so we really want to make sure that we do things right. But anyway, guys, we'll bring you along for some more inspections later on, and you'll kind of journey with us through the bees. I'm really hoping we'll try to get a video up of when we went and got our nuke and that whole adventure and getting it installed here. And again, we'll put that in the cards above. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I know this is different than my other videos, but it's something that we're doing. It's really cool, and I think you might enjoy it. You might even have some good advice for me, and that's cool too. So if you like this video, or you know somebody that keeps bees, or know somebody that's new to beekeeping, they can come to our channel, share it with them, show them how somebody else is doing it. That's also a novice, by the way. Stuff like that really helps me out, and I really appreciate it. And don't forget to leave a comment below too. Those kind of comments, I love comments from everybody. I love talking to you guys, love hanging out with you guys, all those good things. It's really important to me, so make sure and do that. And if you haven't liked already, go ahead and give us a like and subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. Now, I want to leave you like I always leave you. There's only 4 things you need to have a well-balanced life. Number 1, you need to have something to believe in. Number 2, you need to have somebody to love. Number 3, you need to have something to do. And number 4, you need to have something to look forward to. I look forward to dealing with these bees. I look forward to playing in the garden. I look forward to making videos and talking to you guys in the comments. And it makes my life great. Guys, I love you, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Doc out.